Hi there. These comments are for RB. This is Michael. Thank you for sending me your speaking practice. And one of my students, my goodness, he passed the TOEFL speaking section twice in 1 month, each time getting a score higher than 26, right? And then the second time he took the TOEFL, he met all his subtotal scores. And I think that your speaking is pretty similar to his. So I'm hoping that you can also get that high score soon. I'm praying, buddy. I'm hoping you can get between 26 and 28. That's what I'm thinking. At least there or higher. You would not be upset if you got 29, am I right? Okay, as you know, I am Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com, and I'm getting ready to listen to your integrated speaking practice test. As you say here, this is TPO question 41, or number 41, question 3. So this is reading, listening, speaking, academic.
The primacy effect is a tendency for people.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning one more time.
According to the reading passage, the primacy effect is a tendency for people to judge others based on their first impression.
Okay.
The professor uses his own working experience to further illustrate this point.
Okay.
When he was a research assistant in a lab, he discovered a good experiment design in his first.
Yeah, but what is the primacy effect? I mean,
According to the reading passage, the primacy effect is a tendency for people to judge others based on their first impression. The professor uses his own working experience.
Okay, so you gave a short definition. I'd like you to elaborate on that just a little bit more.
To further illustrate this point.
Okay, so the professor's showing through his example how he or somebody else used the primacy effect.
When he was a research assistant in a lab,
All right.
he discovered a good experiment design in his first week,
All right.
which impressed his boss greatly. So, the boss kept considering him as a good researcher, even if he also made many mistakes later. One of his colleagues, however, was much unluckier, because she made a huge mistake when she first came here. As a result, the boss...
I wouldn't say was much unluckier. I would just say was unluckier. Was unlucky. I would just say was unlucky.
thought she was unreliable, even though later it turned out that she performed much better than the professor.
Even though it turned out that she performed much better than the professor. So you can do a little bit better with the pacing and that part of your response.
Therefore, the comparison between the professor and his co-worker helps clarify the idea of the primacy effect.
I would just say, therefore, it clarifies the effect. It clarifies the primacy effect. I would just use a simple present there instead of the present perfect. Okay, so I think overall it's I think we have a pretty good response. I think you had some minor delivery issues, maybe with pacing. I gave you one example of how you might say it a little bit better. Maybe some minor language use issues. I'm going to put you at, I think, 23 to 25 points on this one. I think that's where you are. And thank you for doing this practice test.